Today we have two big goals. The first goal is to learn about volcanoes while I give you a virtual tour of Newberry National Monument. The second goal you have is to discover new things about the area you live in through investigation. You'll know you were successful with these two goals if you can say at least 2 new facts about volcanoes or Newberry National Monument. And number 2, if you can use the investigation tips that I'm going to teach you today to help you learn something new about the area you live in while you go on a nature walk or neighborhood walk. At each location on our virtual tour, I'm going to give you some investigation tips that will help you as you look in your own neighborhood. For the first location, we're going to look around and see what geographical features we can see. This means maybe as you look around, you might see hills, deserts, water, or plains. We can practice together on East Lake. Look and see what I find.
Right now we're on the shore of East Lake, one of the 2 major lakes here in the Newberry National Volcanic Monument. This is actually something called a caldera. A caldera is what happens after a cold mountain explodes and it leaves an indent in between. And that's exactly what happened here. This whole area used to be a huge mountain, and then thousands of years ago, after an eruption, it left almost a valley and a little high part right here in the middle. On the other side of that hill is the other lake within the caldera.
As we move to our new location, let's learn a new investigation tip. Tip number 2 is what materials are you noticing around you, especially on the ground? Are you noticing different rocks, sand, plants, or trees? For example, we wouldn't expect to see a cactus somewhere where it snows a lot. This will help tell us a lot about the environment that we're in. What are you noticing so far about this location? Let me share with you a few things that are really cool.
Right now, I'm at the top of the big obsidian flow. This is a really cool part of this national monument because of how unique it is. This field happened because of the different way that lava basically cools down. If it cools down and gets trapped really fast, it makes something called pumice. Pumice has lots of little holes inside of it, and it's really, really light because a bunch of air got trapped as it was cooling. This is called the obsidian flow though, and what's really cool is all of the obsidian. It's this really shiny black glass. It's basically glass that was made out of lava getting compressed really, really hard, so that way everything squished together, there's no air bubbles, and it turns really shiny.
Our third tip is to look closely at details. Sometimes you'll find new information that surprises you, but you would have never noticed it if you just kept walking. Maybe pick out an object or 2 you found and see if you can investigate even closer. My example will be the difference between pumice and obsidian up close.
So here's the difference between pumice and obsidian. In pumice, you can see that it has these little air holes from the way it dried, and it's really light. This is obsidian. It's shiny and black and really sharp like glass. And these are made of the exact same parts of lava, just different ways of them cooling down.
Investigation tip number 4 is all about wildlife. What type of animals are you noticing around the area as you're walking? Are you seeing birds? Maybe you're seeing some small little critters, or maybe you even see some big animals. Another thing to notice, if you live by the water, are there any animals that live in the water? These are great things to practice noticing. You might also want to think about what's in the area that will help these animals survive. Is there fresh water for them to drink or food for them to eat? Let me show you what I was thinking about here in the National Monument.
One last part I wanted to show you about this national monument is this area called McKay Crossing. This is a part of the river where all the snow that falls up at the top of the mountain slowly melts, and it goes down through the ground and ends up coming down in this little river. There's waterfalls, places to camp along here, and it's great for the wildlife to have access to fresh running water. There's even fish.
As you're looking at wildlife, make sure that you're not touching any of them. Animals can get very scared, so don't approach them. Only let them come up to you if they'd like to. Don't forget about our goals. Make sure you go out and have fun, but ask for parent permission before you go outside to do your nature investigation. As always, let me know if you have any ideas for future videos.
And that's all I have for you for today. I hope you had fun, learned lots about volcanoes, and I'll see you next time right here with Miss Sims outside.